Hello, beautiful people and the ugly ones too. Welcome to episode 279 of the Receipts podcast. It's your girl, Tolly T.
And just call me Audrey.
So, breaking news. Breaking news. In very uneventful breaking news. The other day, I decided I was going to go get my ears pierced. Well,
the second hole?
A third hole.
Oh, okay.
So I don't, sometimes I use free will in ways that like, the same day that I woke up that day, I was like, I'm going to get my nipple pierced.
Oh, yeah, I remember that day.
When I like just don't have control of things and when loads of things are going on, I'm just really like, I just need to do something. I'd gone to the gym, didn't work. Okay, it worked, I worked out, felt great, whatever. But then like I didn't feel... It didn't give me the control, thank you very much, of what I necessarily... See, you can get the staff these days. Thanks, Amanda. So I was like, okay, cool, I'm going to go get my ears pierced. I just wanted to get my... I just needed to do something. I might be is it sadist?
I was going to say Satanist, but you're definitely not that.
I am not a Satanist, forbid. I'm not a Satanist. Girl, please.
Sadist, yeah.
Like, kind of like a pain a little bit.
Isn't it sadist? Yeah, sadist, yeah.
A little bit. So I was just like, let me just go get my ears pierced. So I was like walking, blah, 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 blah. I'm just going to get to Claire's Accessories. Come to find out they're closing down.
No, just what? In general?
Yeah. Claire's Accessories. I was like...
No. We have to protest.
I just saw yellow paper, buttons closing down. Like, so this one
Are you sure it's not just your local one?
No. I went to go search. All of the Claire's Accessories are closing down.
Oh, my God.
And what fucks with people more is, so you're closing down, that means you're in disarray.
Yeah.
Your good days are gone. And you're still only doing 30% off. You people are not serious.
yeah, exactly.
You people don't want money. They're saying everything must go 30% off. I said, you don't want money.
Yeah.
And do them goodie bags we used to buy for like $1.99? It was £10.
Sorry, what?
I was just like, why is that £10? Anyway, couldn't get my ears pierced there. Because they were like, the ear pierced girl is not here, whatever, because they're closing down. So I was just like, I was like, so where do you go to go get your ears pierced if you can't go Claire's anymore?
No, it's not that straightforward, because I thought you could just go to any jeweler. Not every jeweler does ear piercing.
Accessorised, is it?
I'll do that. Okay. Accessorised is still hanging on.
Yeah. So I went there and they just did it but I used a gun, not a needle.
Yeah, exactly. Because the needle is like the old school way, isn't it? But I don't know if there's any difference. Like to me, the gun is like quick and easy.
Purists will say the needle is the right way to do it.
Why? Because it's less likely to get infected and stuff.
I have no idea why. But tattoo shops will use needles.
Yeah, because when I wanted to get a nice ears pierced, remember, I think I said it already. Like I called like a tattoo shop.
To take your child?
Yeah.
Why was your first thought not Claire's fucking
No, because basically, I wanted...
Couldn't you even take a child in there on a normal day?
This is the thing. To be fair, I just Googled ear piercing places, right? And then that number came up. So I just started calling the numbers, right? So I called and I should have known because remember, the guy answered the phone and they were like, cut my life into two pieces. This is my last resort. And he was like, hello?
It's like hell on earth.
And I was like, literally, it was like hell raised. And I was like, do you guys do nail piercing? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, oh, can I bring my 4-month-old daughter? And he was like, nah. He was like, no idea. He was like, we only do the needle. I was like, oh, okay, never mind, goodbye, thank you. And I hung up.
You don't want the spirit. You don't want your child in that kind of spirit environment.
Literally, I can't even imagine there with like a 4-month-old baby.
Why are all tattoo shops so dark? As in like dark in spirit. Like why can't you go to one with like a floral wall?
Exactly, like where you can flower backdrop, get your picture after, like, do you know what I mean? Take your content. I don't know. Why? I don't know why they are like that.
Dark. And like some moody man is at the end of it and he's just gone through
with
everything
like a
in his life.
mohawk and they're tattooed from head to toe. I don't know why that is the environment.
And it never looks like it could do with a lick of paint. It hasn't been freshed up in a while. It was just a mess.
But those are the ones that do the best artwork. I don't know that. I just made that up.
Have you got a tattoo?
Yeah, I've got one.
Yeah, I've got a
tattoo.
tattoo.
So embarrassing.
Miss
I hate
Africa.
it. Yeah. I've got it. No, it's worse.
I wish Queen. I can't believe you have African Queen on your body.
Do you know what? I wish it said Miss Africa. I actually wish it said that. That is far more like...
African Queen
it says cringy. It's the most cringe thing ever.
You've got it, the map of Africa.
Yeah, I've got the map of Africa. Ghana's coloured in. And then above it... But no, it's worse, right? Because the text, so it says African Queen, but it's like in like italics. On my back. On my upper back, it's right there. And it's not something that I talk about often because I'm so ashamed. And then on my wedding day, I had to like have like body makeup and stuff like that. It's so bad.
But where is it here?
Yeah.
Do you know, I feel like I rarely see it.
Yeah, I don't really get my back up because I'm embarrassed. I don't want the world to see that cringy, awful tattoo. And the thing is, when I went and done it, I'd done it on a whim. Like literally, my friend was going to have a tattoo. It was like a well planned out, well thought out thing, meaningful tattoo. And I was like, I'll do one. And then I didn't even know what I was doing. So I was just like, I'll just do a map of Africa and put African. Even if it was just a map of Africa, cool. But African queen.
I have never been that proud to be African. and I love my continent. I love my country.
Literally.
I pledge to Nigeria, my country, to be loyal, faithful, and honest, but I will never love it that much.
It's literally one of my biggest L's that I have, and it's so permanent. It's so sad. And the thing that's so mad is when I see people with tattoos, yeah, I'm just like, look at you. You're so grown and you've got a tattoo. Then I'm like, no, they got it when they were young and it's still there. Because the other day I was at a family party, and there was this old guy and he was like covered, he had like sleeves, but he was like in his like 70s. And I was like, well, surely you got that a few years ago. Do you know what I mean? You didn't do it in your 70s. But yeah.
It's permanent, it stays on.
It's permanent, yeah. And I'm not prepared to like laser it off because it's not that deep.
It doesn't bother you that much.
Do you know what I mean? And it's on my back, so it's not like visible all the time, but my God, I'm ashamed.
It's okay. We've all done things we're ashamed of.
We've all done
Thankfully,
things.
it's not permanently inked on our
I
body.
know, that's the thing.
But like, you know. And then in my more news of breaking news, W.H. Smith is called T.J. Hughes or some bullshit.
Sorry,
now.
what?
It's not W.H. Smith anymore.
I don't like what's going on with the high street, you know.
Like, I was looking for W.H. Smith and I went to where W.H. Smith was and I was like, what the hell is this? It's not T.J. Hughes. No, T.G. Jones. I don't know who the fuck T.G. Jones is.
No.
But it's now T.G. Jones.
No, I don't like this. I don't like this at all.
So things are not the same.
No, the
Things
high
are
street is not.
same.
It's not the same.
It's not the same. Yeah.
Claire's is gone.
Claire's is gone.
No, we
I
really
spent
are.
so much time in Claire's as a child.
Same, we
That
are.
little goodie mystery bag. I was obsessed with getting a little
And there were
mystery
some
bag.
good things in there as well, you know.
Yeah.
There was
Just
some
get it.
good,
You never,
good things
sometimes you
in
got
there.
some bullshit.
Yeah, sometimes you got some bullshit, but sometimes you got some goodies.
And what you would always get is a tattoo.
Yeah.
I used to love them little tattoo things.
And those little like they're basically like stickers, like press on
Diamante
things.
Diamante things, yeah.
But that's when we used to be a country, man.
Yeah, but yeah, things have changed and there's no more Claire's, so there's no more joy. That's my breaking news. What is your breaking news? What's happening in your world? Oh, I forgot.
Do you know
these
what?
news.
Not a lot is happening in my immediate world, but just the world in general is just on fire.
Oh, everyone's a paedophile.
Like, I actually can't even believe this whole Epstein files thing, you know? Like, it's actually mental. And I always say, I feel like I'm very like, I just feel confused about what's truth and what's not. Do you know what I mean? Like, how much stuff are you supposed to like absorb and believe versus like what is just, what's not, like, do you know what I mean? Like, how true is everything? Like, how true are these sources? I just don't even know, but my brain is fried. But like, my metrics is always like, if it's made it to mainstream news, and there probably like is more truth to it than not, kind of thing. Obviously, I believe everything, but it's just wild. It's just too much information to absorb. But obviously, everything, like a few things were unsealed, and now we just have access to all of this information about what the fuck shit that men have been doing, the powerful men of this world that are supposed to like run the world and like govern us. Like, it's very, very scary. And the general message is that paedophilia is rife. Like, the obsession with young girls and young girls' bodies and abusing young girls, children. I just can't even comprehend anymore. Like, it's just so fucked up.
Do you know, so last night before I went to bed, last thing I Googled was, and sometimes I've been doing dumb things, I'm like, see, now if anything happens to you, someone say the last thing you Googled, I was like, when did Epstein die?
Yeah.
That was the last, because
Yeah.
in my head, it was ages ago. And it was a while ago, 2019.
Yeah.
But because when I promise you, I'd never heard of this man until the Netflix doc.
Same.
When the Netflix doc come out,
Same.
it was probably...
He hadn't died. Was he
Was
it after?
No, he had died after the... Yeah. Because he died in 2019,
Okay.
April. And I had never heard of this man in
Me
my...
either.
Like, not in as a random name. I'd never heard of
Same.
him ever in my life until that Netflix documentary
Same.
came out. So I don't know if that's what opened that story to a whole load of people. And what's annoying about it is that, like, the living... Women who are living are telling you what they've gone through, but you don't believe them until these files came out. Like
Exactly, the actual victims.
Yeah, but you have to wait for this dead man's files to come out before it's like, okay, cool, I guess it was what it is. But also, not even trying to joke here about it, Epstein was a messy bitch. Why did he keep it? I'm so fascinated on, like, obviously it's absolutely fucking disgusting what was happening, whatever. Why did he keep evidence of it?
Yeah. Yeah, it feels like blackmail.
God, I wish that man was alive. Like, I know it sounds so, I just want him to talk, to be like, but why did you feel the need to have this blackmail over people? Because he doesn't come out fresh out of it.
No, definitely not.
And also what's spinning me is that the only person that's in jail for this is a woman.
Yep. Yep, exactly.
Look, it says it in the Bible, and I think it's happening. The downfall of false idols. I think that's what we're seeing, man. I think we're seeing...
Yeah, it's happening.
Like, false idols are, like, celebrities going.
Yep, it really is.
And fucking good.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't really benefit the world anyway. It doesn't do any good for the world. But I'd never heard of this Jeffrey Epstein person, even until the documentary. I had no idea. But I will just never, like... The fact that Virginia Giuffre died, like, and no one talks... Like, I don't feel like we talk about it enough. The fact that, like, she whistle blew on this whole situation and she's dead, and you want me to you're trying to convince me she took her own life, even though she had left many messages saying, if something happens to me, I did not take my own life, like I was not suicidal, and we just glossed past it. It's just so insane. And Prince Andrew, where's my camera? You raggedy bitch. Like, Prince Andrew is a fucking raggedy bitch. But the thing that scares me is like, because these are the higher ups. These are the people, the powers that be. Who's holding the powers that be accountable?
Yeah, who's going to make them accountable?
What is going to happen if everyone is involved? All of these judges and all of these people in really high places, they're all cut from the same cloth.
And it's almost like they made sure everybody was involved, so nobody could hold anybody accountable. Like, okay, you're head police officer.
Everybody.
Okay, cool. You're like, as in, what needs to fucking happen for it to be like everybody's involved?
Exactly.
Like, anybody who can say you're going to jail, like, who are going to open investigation? Even random Labour people that I've never heard of in my life saying they resigned. I'm like, why the fuck were you there?
Yeah, exactly. What were you doing there?
Who invited you?
No,
like,
do you know what is so funny, but obviously not funny yet? Elon Musk begging to go and him not being invited. So they had all these emails from Elon Musk being like, when's the next party?
You're lying. I did not see that.
And Jeffrey Epstein was basically just like, get rid of him. Like,
That's so
an email, just like telling his assistant, just like, get rid of him. And then eventually emailing him back and being like, bro, I'm out of town. I'm out of town this weekend. And like, literally, Elon Musk begging.
I'm so shy for Elon.
Exactly.
Oh my God, that's so
And then
embarrassing.
he was like, when is the next wildest party? I want to be at the next wildest one. And just his emails just being aired or just being like redirected. And he must feel quite happy
that he
in the sense that he didn't get to go because but he was begging. But also, that makes him worse though.
You look happy to not be able to go, but you look like that means you knew what was happening there.
Exactly. You wanted in.
You're a fucking weirdo.
Exactly. You wanted in so badly, but there's so many names have been mentioned. It's actually mad. And so I'm just like, I guess we don't know exactly how much involvement all of these people had, because there is something in someone being rich and having an island and people going to party. Do you know what I mean? And then maybe not participating in things, and then, you know, the after party, after the party, like what's going on in the depths of darkness or what have you. But boy,
because I will, like, I hope not everybody that was on that list was a fucking paedophile or weirdo. Like, is the assumption that like rich famous people are going to be invited to a party? Yeah.
Exactly,
but I would love to hope that sometimes when they saw certain things, were like, well, this is too far for me, I'm going to go. But then also, how guilty are you if you know what's happening and not saying anything?
Yeah, you're still complicit.
Do you know what I mean? If you know that some weird shit goes on in there, and you just, this industry is that entertainment industry is dirty. It's disgusting. It's so disgusting. And I just don't know if in our timeline that we're going to see anything happen.
I don't think there's going to be any justice will be served, unfortunately. One, because it's women's issues.
Trump's name's on it, and he's the president of America.
And he's there saying, talking about, no, it's just the Democrats. It's the Democrats. Like, shut the hell up. Like, shut the hell up. And then it's like, all of these people that talk about women and girls, especially like here when we're talking about like Reform Party people and all the rest of it, you don't care about the lives of women and children when it's your people that are committing the crimes. Like, you always want to misdirect your anger to people. You're claiming that it's immigrants committing all these crimes when the statistics always will say that it's predominantly white men that are doing it. So if you really cared about the lives of women and girls, you will tackle the main culprits, but you don't care about that. Like, none of these people none of them actually care. Like, Trump doesn't give a flying fuck. The fact that he can still be leader of the free world, having this thing over him. And the thing is, it's like all these distractions as well, right? Because I'm sure they'll invade somewhere soon and it will all just be a massive distraction from what's actually happening. And it's just like no one cares. No one cares. And it's just, I don't know what's going to happen. It's just
nothing's going to happen.
Nothing's going to happen.
I think nothing's going to happen, and it's going to be a new news day, and it's just slowly going to go away.
Bill Gates is also raggedy. Did you hear about him?
No.
So basically, he was like...
Why is he famous? He's Microsoft.
The Microsoft man.
Microsoft,
yeah. horrible, awful person. And he was on the island as well, doing up enjoyment, sleeping with Russian prostitutes. This is according to what the file said. And then was trying to administer antibiotics to his wife because he'd allegedly passed on some STIs to her. So in the emails, he's like asking Epstein, like, how can he administer his wife antibiotics without her knowing?
Melinda Gates.
And she's talking. I saw interviews with Melinda Gates.
Have they divorced?
Yeah, a long time ago. Yeah, and she got like a lot. She's like a billionaire now.
But she's really good at. She gives the money away.
Yeah, she's very she's very generous.
That woman is gonna give money away.
Yeah, she's been giving money away.
That's like
doing a lot of,
ex-wife. Is it Elon?
Yeah, no,
he got married recently. Bezos. Yeah. Anytime he does something, there'll be a headline where she gives money away to people, like every single time.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, that's what Bill Gates was up to.
What is Melinda Gates saying? Is it Melinda or Belinda?
I think Melinda, yeah. So she's been doing interviews, but she's kind of skirting around the topic, but I get her point, because when she's doing interviews, she's basically like, I don't want to answer for these questions. I weren't there. I didn't do anything. Like, it's for these people to answer. Do you know what I mean? But at the same time, since you're doing interviews at the time where it's hot. Like, I don't know if she does interviews regularly, but I've just been seeing a lot of interviews of her lately. So my guess would be like, if you're going to do the interviews, like, talk the things kind of thing. But she's kind of like skirting over it, but she's not condoning it at all. Like, she's absolutely condemning it and saying it's disgusting and stuff like that. But she hasn't, like the interview that I saw, they asked her the question about the STI and stuff and she didn't answer it, which I mean, it's fair enough. But yeah, that's what he was doing. And his people, Bill Gates, they vehemently denied it.
Of course, though, because nobody.
Exactly.
He was going to be like, you caught me.
Yeah, exactly. If there's no real, there's
no
real proof. Do you know what I mean?
He's doing fucked up hands in the air.
Literally,
no hands. Like, no one's going to say that.
Exactly. You're going to deny it till the cows come home.
Fuck no, I did not do that. Yeah.
But they all were there. So Richard Branson, so many rich, powerful men. Clinton. Like, I'm not that surprised by Clinton because his track record is already incredibly sketchy. So I couldn't imagine him being there.
How ingrained I did not have sexual relations
exactly.
with that woman.
That's like an iconic line.
Do you know what that always makes me think about? LimeWire.
Yeah, when you're trying to download music.
LimeWire, we used to download music and it was... and like, you think you've got the track and you just hear, I did not have sexual
relations. That was so annoying.
I just went to listen to Ja Rule,
literally.
What do you mean I did not have sexual relations
that was
with
a
that
term.
woman? Oh my God, what? I can't believe we've lived through so
much history.
Even that old and we've lived through all of that.
So much history. And like, yeah, Monica Lewinsky. When I think about Monica Lewinsky, she's like, because you know how people will say, like, when victims come forward and stuff, like, oh, you're doing it for clout. I can't really think of anyone that's come forward and that is like made a name for themselves off the back of being like a side chick or having an affair or being a mistress or what have you.
Hillary's still with Bill Clinton.
Yeah.
They're together, right?
Yeah. But Monica Lewinsky is the only person that like stands out to me when I think about.
Her name is so sexy.
Yeah, it is Monica Lewinsky.
I don't know, just something about her name, Monica Lewinsky. It was just iconic. I always think about her and Tiger Woods is.
Oh yeah,
what
was his side chick called?
But I remember that whole story being the biggest. That was the good days when you could cheat and it would ruin your life.
Yeah, no, literally, they would flog you on the streets and on the covers of the papers, like, everything.
His whole reputation went in the bin,
and they would be talking. They would be doing interviews and they'd be like, my affair with Tiger Woods, and just like there on the front page of the newspaper and stuff like that. Oh man, those were the good old days. This episode is brought to you by Best Start in Life.
Being a parent comes with so many questions, right?
Honestly, and it changes as soon as you think you've figured one stage out.
What's great is Best Start in Life is there to support you from the very beginning, through pregnancy, early years of childcare, and right up to starting school.
In the beginning, it's things like learning how your baby communicates, their cries, their little expressions, and learning how those everyday moments of responding and connecting help support their development.
I can imagine, and like feeding can be a big one too. Whether it's breastfeeding, weaning, Best Start in Life offers NHS trusted advice on everything, from latching, breastfeeding in public, and healthy weaning recipes.
And then before you know it, you're thinking about your little one starting school and looking for advice and support to help you prepare.
Visit beststartinlife.gov.uk for trusted advice and support for every stage of your child's development. Speaking about weird shit that has happened in the world, so like there is listen to a podcast, I just finished listening to it. It's called Death in Dubai, and it's part of the BBC World of Secrets. BBC World of Secrets podcast series is always, I think there's 10 seasons of it. It's always really, really good. So they'll do like a deep investigative like story on a particular subject. So they've done one on, they're the ones that did it on the what's that clothing brand called that figured out the. No. old school, we figured out the owner was a paedophile. Because they all are. Anyway, so this season is called Death in Dubai, and it was about the woman called Mona Kiss. So Mona Kiss was her Instagram name, and she was a Ugandan woman who was taken to Dubai in promise of you're going to get a job, you're going to work in a supermarket. As soon as she gets there, obviously, it's not what she figured out it was going to be. And then she's in basically sex trafficked. They're like a bunch of women who live in her house, and this guy just kind of like sells them to co-sleep with men, blah, 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 blah. And then the whole thing was that do you remember when that, I think it was a couple of years ago when that story came out, there was a video of the porta poppies, the women getting shat on. And like, so the story we're hearing here is that like, oh God, this woman, all they want is a bag. And they're so just desperate for Dubai living that they go to Dubai to get shat on and to show off. But a lot of them have been sex trafficked. It's not, they didn't go there by, oh, I want to get back in, so I'm going to go get shat on and come home. They have no choice to what they're doing, and they've been sold and things like that. And a lot of it was like, this certain type of Arab men, how they saw black women. Like they literally would see them as a toilet. Their whole thing of how they saw black women was that like they're just there to be shat on, to be disrespected, to have this weird sexual fantasies with them. And Mona Kiss, it ended up being that she's now died. And they're all saying that it was suicide, but like in the investigation, it was like, there's more to this. She's clearly been killed somewhere or something meant to happen. Because the video of her jumping out of a building, when they researched it wasn't her. The video wasn't even taken in Dubai, it was taken in Russia.
Jesus.
So, but that's what they're saying is the evidence of her dying. But it's this whole series, and one of the bits that really got me, that they were interviewing this woman who was in that ring as well, and then she was just like, yeah, you go to these men and they will say that they're gonna do this to you. And she was like, one man was like, it's so disgusting. He was saying to her that she should go buy ice cream cones. When he gets there, he's gonna shit in the ice cream cones and she has to eat it. And she's like, no woman in her right mind and in like with her authority or whatever would want to do that. You're doing it because you are being forced. Like there is no bag in the world that worth it. There's no money in the world and they're getting paid like $1,000. And this idea that when we talk about those women that who are there, we're like, oh, see, look what girls will do for money, man. Like, blah, blah, blah. It's actually not a thing of choice. They're not there because it's like, I want a Birkin bag, I want a YSL bag, I want to post on Instagram. They're actually being sex trafficked to do this thing. And it was like, it is so disturbing.
That is disgusting.
It is so, and I just know part of me was just like, how is that a sexual king?
I know.
And then when I say that we should start shaming kings, you guys will say I'm not a good person. Like,
no, some of them need to be shamed.
And also, what was really bad is they only saw the need to do that to black women. Like it was only black women that they saw as this like dirty thing that they can do that to. And when she was saying that, I actually got teary-eyed. I was like, what did we ever do to anybody? Like I said, what did we do to deserve this? What the actual fuck? And money is the root of evil. I don't care what anybody says. It is nasty.
It really, really is.
And some of these women, they're not doing it because like their pimp will say that like when they first go to Dubai, the pimp will take them shopping. So he'll take them to go buy things, blah, 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 touch them up, they get their nails done, get their hair done. And then, but everything he's billing them. So he's like, well, you can't go because you still owe me. So they have to keep doing the work to try to pay back this pimp. And it's so like towards the end of it, honestly, the journalist did such an amazing job. I can't remember her name, which is really annoying. At the end of it, they find this guy.
Got the pimp.
Yeah. And he is like, I think he was a Ugandan guy who is British. He was a bus driver here. And yeah. But ultimately, it's so dissatisfactory because like nothing happens. Because these people are linked to all the other powerful people in the world. So they're linked to the police, they're linked
Everyone's
to all of this.
working for someone,
So it's not like this lone person who could just make this work. All of these evil people have links in different places, which is why they can get away with what they're doing for such a long time. Because sex work is illegal in Dubai.
Yeah.
Even if it's just plain P and V sex, it is illegal. Yet these people, it's happening and nobody is saying anything about it.
Yeah. It's actually mad, the dehumanization of like the female body, especially the black female body. Like when you add that layer, it's a whole different thing. And it's just like that whole thing of like having that sexual desire. I don't even think that's not even a kink. That's just sick. Like
it's sexual deviance.
That's just sexual deviancy. That is just sick.
Because if you have that desire and you see it as a normal thing, why not do it with your partner?
Exactly.
Do it with
someone.
But you want to do it with something that you want to. And this woman was like, he'll tell her to wear Ankara so he can really feel like he's beaten an African. Like it was just like it's
disgusting.
So. Like I was just so angry because I was like, what happens to men that do things like this? Nothing happens to them. They just carry on living their lives.
Nothing, because they yeah, like you said, they're all linked. The higher ups, they're all part of it. So the people that you would expect to hold these people accountable, they've probably got dirt on them as well.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? And again, like if you're talking about black women in particular, we've been dehumanized down to nothing, essentially. So there's even that layer of like, it's a black woman, so who cares? Like women already, it's already awful for women. And then you add that extra intersection and it just makes it even worse. Because apparently when
they reported to Dubai police, Dubai police is like, oh, you Africans are making it bad for you.
It's
your problem. It's you Africans' problems.
That's the perception. And also, because I saw this woman done a TikTok story actually about how she was raped in Dubai. And she basically was saying that she got in a taxi. She wasn't even drunk. She was literally on her way home from work. And the taxi driver pulled over and he essayed her, right? When she went to the police, she was like, people are always talking about like the crime rates being low over there. It's because a lot of things go unreported. So when she went to the police basically deterred her from taking it any further. And they were like, look, if you press charges, the chances are you'll probably be arrested because they'll find some way to victim blame you. And they'll say, what were you doing? Because she was in the cab quite late. And she was like, I didn't do anything wrong. I was on my way back from work. I booked a cab. Like, how else am I supposed to get around? Do you know what I mean? And they were like, well, they're going to say you shouldn't have been in a cab that late. You shouldn't have been out that late. And these things just go unrecorded. So then essentially it makes it seem like crime rates are lower when actually they're just not being they're just not reported and they're just not taken into consideration. And then she ended up having to come back to the UK to basically fight the case from here. And she was fighting tooth and nail to get a conviction. I think she did get the conviction in the end, but what she went through, it literally took her like 3 years to even get any kind of like justice because it was the way that they blame women over there is just insane. Like that whole mindset of just like women being lower class citizens and all the rest of it, like it still prevails. Like you see these places and it seems really glamorous and all the rest of it, but there's very much a dark side. And the sex trafficking and stuff like that, I feel like we're hearing so much more about sex trafficking now, but it's been going on forever. Like alluring people that are desperate and poor and saying that you're going to come over here and have a better life. Like, you can never shame anybody for thinking that they're going to be able to provide for their family.
They're not saying that you're going to do that. What they told Veronica was like, you're going to come to Dubai and work in a supermarket. So she's like, great, I'm going to earn money. My mum is sick. I'm able to send her money back home. And like, I am like fascinated at being Nigerian in the whole aspect of Jagba. Jagba is when you leave your country and go to another one for you have a better life, right? I'm fascinated by the whole concept of it. And I would like love to do some kind of investigation of it because I think there's big things like this of what it does and people out there desperate measures to make it, but also how it fractures the family. Rarely do like immigrants or like have the stability of the, oh, my nan's going to pick them up. Or they are sole people in sole countries, right? Because they've had to, like I think about my parents, my mum, sorry, her sisters live in America. One is Houston. One they don't have that community aspect anymore because they've all had to go to different countries to survive. There's no nan to help anybody because your nan is still in Nigeria while you jack back to here, and everybody is just fragmented, different parts in different places. And there's so many people that like will now come here, they get sick, they die. People family don't know where they are.
They can't even.
They just think, oh, we just haven't heard from them in a while.
Yeah, they're busy working. They're this, they're that. Yeah.
And people who are like, quote unquote, like who don't have their passports, they tend to live quieter lives because they're just trying to go unseen.
Yeah, and people bank on that and they weaponize that as well. And that's how people, because a lot of the times you'll go to these places, especially in the Middle East, they take your passport. Like if people have helped you to migrate.
That's what they did. Yeah,
they take their passport. So even if you want to escape, you actually can't because where are you going with no passport, no money, no access, no help, and it's all just. It's just all part of like a bigger, I was going to say a scheme that tots it up, but it's really not.
I mean, truly it is a scheme that tots it up.
It really is. Like, it's all just one big like cycle of disgustingness. But no, it's deep, man. It's proper heavy.
Yeah, but the podcast, Death in Dubai, is really, really interesting. Investigative journalist, man. Oh,
yeah, shout out those people. Shout out those people.
It's proper what I wanted to do. And then when I was like studying for it, that's when like there started being wars. So I said, no.
I don't know about investigating over there.
I'm all right, actually. I will not go to ISIS. No, thank you very much.
No, I'm good. I'm
not down for like any of that. I will write about lipstick and hair. That's safe.
No, I hear it.
In the confines of safety. Speaking of ISIS, I'm not a monster about Shamima Begum.
That's a podcast as well?
Yeah. Is so good. And
she's very fascinating, isn't she?
She is. I am so fascinated by her. So obviously, Shamima Begum. Am I saying her name right? Begum. Yeah. Shamima Begum is. She at the time, I think she was 14, and she went to join ISIS. Basically, like her and 3 of her friends, like from Bethnal Green, left London and went to go join ISIS. So in this like podcast, they like talked to her. They talked to ISIS, but even this investigative journalist got blown up. People what
do you mean? As in they died?
No, they're alive, but the place that they were, they blew it up. Sometimes I'll be doing interviews and you hear them go, we've got to go. I'm like, oh my God,
that is what on the boots on the ground were.
But like, you lot, for my podcast.
Yeah, exactly. The people are serious about their craft.
But obviously really right there, getting stories out there. But look, I remember when I first heard the news about Shamima, I was just like, obviously she's a young girl, like she's like, people are taking advantage of her, she doesn't know what she's doing, whatever. And I listened to that podcast and I was like, I don't know, man.
Yeah, she don't make it easy for herself, our good sis.
I don't know, man. I think she believes this shit, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. When you listen to it, yeah, so so she definitely got groomed, but it's really, really hard. And I'm someone who's very, very empathetic, especially as a black woman. I definitely always feel so stories like for young women and for women of color. Like I'm like, I get it. But there were some parts of the interview like, that's not what you're meant to say, babe. Like, as in stop. Yeah, like stop saying that, because obviously the authorities took away her British citizenship, so she can't come back to England.
Where does she live now?
She's still.
She's over in.
Yeah. She's in the camps. Yeah. She's in the camps over there still. Yeah. But like I'm not sure she's well.
Yeah, I'd be very surprised if you don't have like some PTSD
and she's gone through so
a lot
much,
of trauma.
Right? I think she's been pregnant 5 times, but only one child is
crazy.
alive. Like she lost pregnancies. I think 2 of her kids died from starvation. She was like forced to marry. Like she married someone while she was out there when she was like 15 or something.
Yeah, crazy.
But there are some interviews and I'm like, babe, just stop talking to people.
Yeah.
Just stop. Like, as in, they're never going to feel sorry for you. They're never going to let you back into this country if you keep talking.
And because she's not someone that is like, not that she's not apologetic, but she seems like, whenever I've seen stuff of her, she doesn't seem like there's remorse.
In the interview, she doesn't sound remorseful.
Yeah, and that's the thing. And I feel like that's what you need to kind of get the public on your side. If you're kind of like doubling down or just seeming like you don't care, it's not going to help your cases. Like it's just really not. From what I've seen of her, she doesn't seem like she's prepared to like beg, steal, plead to like for anything.
I can't lie. I don't want to say it because I don't want to get judged.
But that's the thing. But it's hard. But it's hard to judge because at the same time, she's a victim.
She
like
was a child,
point blank. I don't care how people try to adultify her or claim that people know what they're doing, because older white boys do mad stuff and people infantilize them. So I'm not gonna have any of that. Do you know what I mean? She was a child.
And her friend went there first.
Right.
And then her friend was now messaging, they were still talking on like MSN, to be like, yeah, you lot come. So then 3 of them went.
Not like,
Not you lot come. I don't know why they casualised it like that. But that's basically what it was. Like she was like, yeah, you lot come. Like, and the way, if there was ever a time that I could be radicalised, it'll be now.
In what group? By whom's?
Like in the sense of that, like I've kind of like up until recently, like, and I don't mean like a couple of years recently, I've kind of gone through my life of just like, oh, it's just my world or whatever. And now that I'm really like tapped into everything that's happening in the world, if a group came along and was like, the world is evil.
Yeah, I can't lie.
We need to create out. They could probably get me.
So
right now.
they can get me now. Like,
yeah, they could get me right now. I think I'm like, yeah, you lot are right. Everyone is evil.
If the women really wanted to actually start doing things because the men are just moving mad, I can't lie. I'll go to war. I will actually, because I can't be on the side.
Audrey wouldn't.
Nah.
Let me tell you about Audrey.
Okay, so maybe what I'll do is I'll be admin.
Beef.
I'll be admin because you need people that are doing other things.
Audrey stayed in the car. She said, I don't really fight like that, you know.
That wasn't a good.
This woman said she'll go to war.
That wasn't a good enough cause. You see me? I'll do boots on the ground for a strong cause.
It would have been 3 on 2. We're like, I said, Audrey, come, let's go. She said, I don't really fight like that. She said, I don't really fight like that, you know.
We were in the car because you know what? That was because of a man. Like. No, but I will, okay, maybe I won't fight, as in like, we'll have like spears and guns and stuff, but I will be organising. Like, you need people to organise. Like, not everyone can be a warrior. But do you know what I mean? Like, you need the minds. So I will be the mind. I'll be like, roger that, they're coming. They are coming, okay. Guns up, guns up, guns up. I'll be directing shit from the background. So that would be my contribution to the good fight.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Maybe not so much, maybe boots on the ground, maybe not so much.
Your boot ain't touching the ground.
However, unless they give me a weapon. If they give me a weapon, then I'm good. But I don't know about the hands. But I definitely want to be a part of the cause, 100%. Because if it's between being with the pick-me's and the femininity coaches, I ain't going over there.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? So I have to be with the good sisters that are fighting the good fight. Like I definitely will be. I would like to think if I was going to be radicalized in any way, I would truly have to believe it's for a good cause and be on the right side.
People who are,
do you know what I mean?
That,
yeah, definitely. But boy, I don't know about
Hey, are they going to let this video on YouTube? We said ISIS about 10 times.
Oh yeah, for real. Yeah, for real. Brent, is this safe? Is it going to be flagged?
Like shit. I keep saying
so
it
true.
Like just
I know,
but
talking it up casually.
Yeah, but it's so because the first season is about this like white American woman who takes her and her children
to do what?
To join ISIS.
Jesus.
And there's videos of her son like training with a gun and people, and all of she was like radicalized by her husband, and then she went over there, and then she was trying to come back. But that's the thing. That's like people like in those two examples, they go over there and they suddenly remember, actually, I'm British.
Yeah, exactly. I've got my passport, hun. Yeah,
I can get out of here. And then because I didn't even think someone could take away your citizenship.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Because she was born here.
Yeah.
And I believe even her parents were born here.
They stripped
but what they do is they're just like,
away.
if you've got a grandparent, I think with her, it was because her grandparents were born here, so that's why they stripped it. So essentially, if you're not like indigenous to England, it can happen to anybody that is not indigenous.
Because even now they're taking all the so if you got indefinite stay, but so there's a difference between indefinite stay and a passport.
Yeah, there is.
So you have indefinite stay means that you can definitely stay in the country.
And you can work and you can do everything.
You're legal here, but you don't have a British passport. And I think many people don't go from indefinite stay to British passport because I think it's really expensive. I think it's really expensive and it's a long thing. So you just have a definite stay, cool. But there's people who have a definite stay and then they now go to prison or do something bad. They're deporting them back to their original country.
Yeah, exactly. Indefinite leave to remain doesn't remain.
Yeah.
Like if you do something fucked up, then boy, that is stripped. That can be stripped of you.
It's so funny how like that language is not even in some people's worlds. Like I only know that because of where we're from and like our parents and our uncles and people come to church and do testimony that they got their indefinite stay. And some people are like, what the fuck are you on about?
Yeah. Even papers, like when I used to always hear my parents talking about papers and people's papers and blah, blah, blah. I just was like, my parents don't know the right term for whatever it is they're trying to say. But it's actually just called papers. Like literally, like everyone just calls it papers. Like even like non-black communities call it papers as well. I just thought it was like something in my household that my parents. I was like, you people are gonna need to learn the right terminology. You can't just say papers.
And people used to rally together, try to get money for their lawyers. For their lawyer to help them get their papers.
Exactly. That's when we used to be a community.
Them lawyers used to steal from people though.
Yeah, 100%.
Some lawyers knew damn well that you were not.
You don't stand a chance.
You are going
but I'll still help you.
But they will still say take your money and try to like help you to stay here and things like that. Fuck me.
I know, the people have really been through some things where like people have really suffered. Because even my parents, I remember a lot of their fallouts with friends and stuff like that is because of helping people out. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And people snaking them in certain ways and blah, 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 which is why my mum doesn't really fuck with friends because she'll just be like, oh, friends. But I guess they've seen mad things in their time. Do you know what I mean? With people that they considered friends or what have you.
Speaking of friends, right? When does it end?
What do you mean?
Like having friends things when you're in your 30s feel like surely we should have sorted all this like friend niggles and nicks at 20s. Like having friends, like it feels like when do you get old enough that you don't have friend problems again?
Like arguments and stuff.
Not just arguments, but like a fallout or a tense situation or friend not being. When the fuck does that end?
I don't think it does. You know.
Jesus Christ.
I don't think that ever.
Because I'm like, how am I in my 30s and still having like friend things?
Yeah, no, I think it's eternal. I feel like as long as you're having any kind of relationship with anybody, those things can occur. I don't think that there's ever an end goal when it comes to those things. And do you know what my metrics for that is? Housewives. I will always say housewives is more than just
they're
like
women in their 50s
old
who are still
women.
Going through friend
Exactly,
things.
old women just like living lavish or whatever. We see so many social interactions and stuff on there, and it always makes me realise that like age ain't nothing but a number. Like people are still moving mad in their 50s, in their 60s on those shows. Like our good sis Karen came out of jail.
I mean, my mum
had a point
about friends.
Yeah, no,
because
my mum weren't
how are you
wrong.
older and you're still having like. I genuinely thought all of those things kind of get sorted out in your
'cause you
like
know
teenagers to
yourself
20s,
and you know
everyone
your
knows
boundaries.
themselves
Yeah.
now, and you're lucky enough to have like found your people or like find one or two of your people. I was like, no, it never actually ends.
It never ends because there's always new things that are like coming into life. Do you know what I mean? There's always new challenges. Like, you know, you get to different places in life, and I feel like that can have an impact on your friendship. Do you know what I mean? Whereas I think like even when you're younger, actually, if anything, I think it makes more sense to have more fallouts as you get older, which is why I think as people get older, they have less friends.
Yeah.
Because when you're young, everyone's kind of like, when I say young, I mean like late teens, early 20s or whatever, everyone's just kind of just existing. Like you're not really like thinking about problems, like world problems. You know what I mean? Like even the other day I saw on Instagram, there was this thing of like, it was like a text message that someone had shared because her best friend had been trying to get pregnant and she was going through like multiple IVF and then her friend fell pregnant. So she kind of like wrote this text of how she broke the news to her friend and she just really wanted to be like sensitive to her friend's like feelings but while still trying to let her know. Do you know what I mean? So, and it was a really beautifully written text message, just basically being like, I'm even telling you via text because I want to give you time to process this. And I know you've been going through your struggles, but I also want to share that this is like where I am in my life and I'm still going to be here for you whilst like I completely sympathise with your situation. I love you, I'm here for you, and I just didn't want to be insensitive. It was really nice. Like, that's not verbatim, but it was like paraphrasing. And then I was just like, yeah, well, that's like a thing that happens in life that maybe you wouldn't face in your 20s. Do you know what I mean? Like, and there's so many things, like, I don't know, you could have a friend that's like thriving in their career, they've bought a house, and then someone is trying to like get on the list to get a council place. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like those kind of things can cause friction. So you're always faced with these challenges. So I feel like that's what makes it more complicated as you get older, unless you decide to just keep everybody at surface, but then you're not having deep relationships and you don't want that. Do you know what I mean? And I don't think that's no way to live. Like, you want to have intentional, meaningful friendships and relationships with people.
But I do wonder if people who like don't have deep friendships and just have like, yeah, we chill, we say hi, whatever. Maybe there is a kind of burden that's lifted from them.
Yeah, definitely. Because there's a responsibility that
comes with friendship.
And if you don't have that, then
if you don't have that.
I guess it depends on what kind of person. If you feel like you don't need that, or maybe you get that fulfillment from other areas of your life and you don't necessarily get it from friends.
Yeah, because some people have like sisters who are close in age with them, or like siblings who are close in age with them, and those are their best friends.
Exactly.
And they have friends, but it's all quite surface. They don't really like have to be that deep. Because I saw a video the other day of this girl being like, when your parent dies, you'll lose friends. And I was like, yeah, you know what you do? Like, you actually... And there are some things in life that until it happens to you, you see how badly you were there for someone when it happened to them. You're like, fuck, wait, is this what they were feeling?
Yeah.
And I was just kind of text once to be like, hey, have you right? Thinking of you.
Exactly. You're thinking you're doing
Don't
something.
think of me again.
Exactly.
Don't think of me. Like, no. Because this is what this person was feeling.
Exactly. Yeah.
And it really makes you like, oh shit, I fucked up there.
I fucked up, yeah.
I do think most people fuck up when someone close to them, the first time someone close to them loses someone, because you don't know what to do.
Yeah, you don't.
You actually don't know what to do.
You don't, and that's happened to me before, where I didn't want to overstep because the nature of my relationship with the person was kind of surface. And so like nothing deep had happened in our friendship.
Yeah.
So when something deep did happen, I was just like, how do I approach this? Do I still be like my usual jovial self? Because they also said to me like, oh, I don't like when people are overbearing kind of thing. But then I guess when someone goes through something really deep, I feel like it's always better to be overbearing than under.
Because I think even that person doesn't know what they want.
Yeah, exactly.
Like in that moment, it's like, I don't know. Like, I don't know how anyone can be here for me right now. I don't know what to do, whatever, because it's such a new and strong feeling of like, what the hell do you mean?
Yeah.
They've lost a parent and don't know what to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I feel like it's like you're bareback in life. Like, what do you need? Me and mum and dad know.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
But like, I was just like, even in your like, it was a video of an older woman talking about like friendship, and I was like, does this thing ever end?
Oh no, I don't think it does, you know. I can't lie. I don't think it does. There's just...
Yeah, you're right, because then a friend will go for a divorce, and how do you be there for a friend that's gone for a divorce? And then a friend will do this, and then how do you be there for like, it's like, what is all of this?
And there's so many different dynamics, because even with the divorce, if that friend hated their husband beforehand and they get a divorce, you might not think that they need you.
Yeah, you're like, oh, they're fine. Yeah, like she hated that man anyway.
She's like, oh, she hated him. She's finally like happy to be out, what have you. So you're like, oh, she's cool. Like, I'll pop by, do whatever. These times they're
They're still distraught.
They're distraught and they need you, and you didn't really show up. So yeah, so I feel like it's tricky. I feel like it's never ending. I feel like those challenges are forever, unfortunately.
That's so long. Surely not.
Yeah, unfortunately so. Yeah.
Like, and the idea of like still having to shed friends and get like, it's just like, surely I've worked it out now.
Yeah. Surely I've got my tribe now.
Yeah, like
surely this has to be it.
Surely this has to be it now.
But then you meet new people in your walks of life as well.
Yeah,
like
that's
you could
true.
move countries and then decide, and then you have to find a new tribe. You have to find and then you've got to navigate all of those people's ways of doing things and their boundaries and stuff like that. So I think it's not like it's the friends that we meet in year 6 and stay friends with them till the day we die. No. Do you know what I mean? There's new people come in and out, people leave, people come in. Do you know what I mean? There's seasons and all of that. So yeah, I feel like the trials and tribulations.
People that have kept a best friend from like young, and I mean a tight friend up until they're amazing.
Yeah, they're the
you
goats,
found your
man.
person. That's like,
that's your person.
You need to realize how lucky you are. Like I've had friendships that I've known them for a very, very long time. Like 2 of my best friends, I've known them since probably I was about 16.
Yeah.
Yeah, 116, 118, which is a long time. But like, actually, yeah, I've done it. I'm trying to think like, there's never been a time when we weren't talking or we'd fallen out or anything.
Yeah,
like we were actually
maintained.
always like maintained that friendship. But then like, you lot are lucky, boy, because...
Yeah, people are like, we've known each other since we were 3 and you're like 40.
Yeah, and they're
I'm
40.
just like, Yeah.
But there's people that you were bridesmaids for 5 years ago until you're not even talking anymore.
No, honestly, the other day, I was looking at this video, like memories, It just pops up on your iPhone or what have you. And it was like a video. I had a 90s party in this was like 2015. And half the people, I do not fuck with them anymore.
So sad. I was so sad.
No, I was like, and this party was at my mum and dad's house.
Oh no.
So I was like, no, for you to be at my mum and dad's house, we were tight. Like these were my people. And I was like, I'm not cool with them anymore, not cool with these. And it was so mad. I was just like, this is insane.
It must be the hardest. People look at their wedding pictures and then be like, I don't talk to these women anymore.
Yep.
That must be quite hard.
Yeah, that's definitely mad because, I've got a bridesmaid that I'm not cool with anymore. And she was a whole ass bridesmaid.
And she's in like every picture. She's there in videos.
But luckily for me, I'm not someone that looks back on my wedding stuff very often anyway. So I'm not really bothered. But yeah, she was fully in my wedding and now she ain't around no more.
It's mad. Like someone that was in like all of your exclamation mark moments. And like, they're just not.
Yeah, they're not around. Yeah, it's mad.
Yeah, fuck friendships.
I know, man.
Just kidding. Yeah, love your friends. Everyone's amazing. Dilemmas? We should do some dilemmas. We've got patrons in the house, by the way, guys.
Woo-woo!
We've got 10 dimes in the house sitting with us today, which is fun.
I like having an audience reacting to us as we're saying things.
Do you feel like
I feel so good. It's just like, when people are it's like word. It feels lit.
It makes me think about, because I sometimes imagine people listening. And because when I listen to podcasts, I'm like, oh my God, yeah. And then
you're reacting.
I'll start talking back to them. So I hope people actually talk back to us.
I reckon they definitely
Yeah, do you? Okay, cool, amazing.
And the ones that get really compelled, that's when they'll be up in the comments.
Because sometimes I listen, I'm like, shut up, man, that's not true.
Yeah, exactly.
I listen to one podcast that I don't listen to like chatty podcasts. It's always like deep investigative crime, blah, 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 blah. But I listen to one talking head podcast, right? And I think it's self-hate. Because I'm always like, why would you say that? That's so dumb.
Yeah.
Like,
they're going to cancel you for that. Shut up.
It's not even cancel, but I'm like, you're saying stupid things. And everybody in the room is saying, yeah. Everyone's agreeing with you. No one's telling you you're saying something stupid. And I wonder if anybody feels that about us. But hey, welcome. So dilemmas. Okie dokie, let's go. Hi, Tolly and Audrey. I'm such a big fan of the show. You honestly make my Wednesdays and have such a big impact on me as a black woman who wants to work in this industry. I cannot wait to see where you girls and the team get up to this year. Thank you for everything that you do. I need your help with friendship dilemma. Oh, gosh.
Oh, okay. How timely.
I need your help with friendship dilemma that's been sitting in my head for a while. I'm not too sure if they listen to the show, but if they do, this is about you. Yes, you. She put it in caps. That's why I'm reading it like that. So listen closely, bitch. She didn't say bitch. I'm so sorry. That was me ad-libbing. I got into it too much. I have 2 friends from uni. Let's call us KD. Me, Regina, and Gertrude. Yeah. Regina and Gertrude are very close friends. They travel together, go out together, are always at each other's houses. I often feel like they're the third wheel, but I've tried to ignore it. The situation that really made me question everything happened when we went to go see Beyonce last summer. We agreed on a time to meet, and I rushed getting ready because I didn't want to be late to see my queen bee. I didn't even have time to take pictures, and I'm very annoyed because I looked good.
I hate when that
really
happens.
good. Fresh, beautiful braids, body tea, outfit slayed. I'm going to gas myself up. I looked perfect. I'm sure you did,
that's
babes. While I was already on my way, their message saying they hadn't even left yet. Don't piss me off. I still went to the meeting point and ended up waiting there for around 30 minutes. When they finally arrived, they were clowning me for going to the wrong coffee shop, which wasn't even far from the right one. On the train, the topic of jobs came up. At the time, I wasn't working, and Regina, in a very blunt and mean tone, told me I should just do retail and said I couldn't be picky. What you're not going to do is downtrack my dreams.
You know what I mean?
She randomly suggested I work in Costco, which isn't even close to where I live. And then I had the audacity to ask how I was even going to afford an upcoming holiday. Reflecting back on it now, who the fuck does she think she is trying to send me to work in Costco? You go work at Costco, the fuck? When Gertrude said she could say it nicer, Regina repeated it in a sarcastic, nice tone. I was really upset and just went quiet. On the walk there, I was holding back tears and keeping my distance. Luckily, we went to the same section, but I was crying at the concert about the situation. They really ruined it for me. On the way back at the station, I had my Ticketmaster app open on my phone, and Gertrude asked how I could afford going to so many concerts when I wasn't working. I snapped back and asked if she wanted to say it loudly so everyone could hear it. Even on the way home, I was still emotional. Gertrude asked me if I was okay, and my Tracy Beaker said it was hay fever. To be fair, I do have hay fever, but that's besides the point. Girl, don't let people upset you and tell them you've got hay fever. I even accidentally dropped my phone in a bin and had to go fish it out. Later, they were laughing about that in a group chat. When I got home, I cried properly. I've just had my so-called friends talk to me like shit and had my phone in a bin. The message asked me if I got home safe, but I left my phone alone after disinfecting it. I tweeted something later and Gertrude replied, "Nice to know you're alive," which felt a bit shady to me. Since then, I've distanced myself. Slow replies, excuses, not meeting up. I know I should have communicated how I felt, but this wasn't the first time I'd questioned the friendship. They'd even made ongoing jokes at my expense throughout the friendship. Before Beyonce, they asked if I wanted to go on holiday with them. I said I'd let them know because I'd already had another holiday planned and needed to work out my budget. They went on a holiday anyway without following up or checking in with me, which made me feel excluded, especially knowing money was already a sensitive topic. A couple of years ago, they went out on my birthday without me and just sent a happy birthday message with nicknames that didn't make sense, comparing me to an animal with my actual name. It felt rude rather than playful.
What?
They're also often late when we meet, laugh it off and say I should expect it because they're always late, or black people timing. They did this once during summer and I was pissed. They go out together frequently without inviting me. I understand that my financial situation wasn't the best, but they could have at least asked. There was also a situation where Regina asked the group chat if we wanted lip gloss that was on sale. I sent her the money, but every time we met, she forgot to bring it. I even asked her if it would be easier to post it to me, but she said she'll just give it to me when we linked and still kept forgetting. Months later, I asked again. She said she couldn't find it, refunded me. But I bet if it was Gertrude, it wouldn't have dragged on like that. Another moment that confused me was when Regina was having issues with her mum and ranting about it on Twitter, with Gertrude replying publicly. She was also complaining in a group chat, and I'd asked if things were getting better then. Gertrude shut her down with, "Katie, please," in all caps, and said we shouldn't question it and she should just distract Regina. I didn't understand why it was okay to rant publicly and in a group chat, but I couldn't even ask a question about it, whatever in it. I honestly don't know where I stand with these girls. I'm tired of feeling like the spare friend and like I'm treated differently. 3 years have never worked for me, and I'm trying to get better at communicating instead of just internalizing things. I don't even know if they've wondered why I'd been distant or reflected on that day. I think they think I don't hang or talk to them because I've got a boyfriend, but that's not the case. I still go out and talk to my other friends, just not them. My question is this worth addressing now for closure, or is it a quiet cut-off situation? And if I do bump into them again, how do I carry myself? I'd love to hear your thoughts and listeners' opinions. Lots of love. Katie.
Lord. Yeah, the three friendships are very tricky. Like, they are very,
I think it's
very
only
tricky.
tricky, right? I think friendships are only tricky if you don't accept your situation in it, your place in it.
Like, know your role.
And I think sometimes, to my detriment, I overknow my role. So I've given myself a role they didn't even tell me. But I'm like, oh, don't you worry, I'll go home. Like, don't you worry, I'll get myself out of this. Because like, I will be damned if you tell me to leave before I leave. Like I will, and also I overdo it sometimes. To the point that I say, well, we wanted to hang out, like relax. Like no one is like, but I just don't, like, I don't like insult. So I do think it can be tricky if everybody thinks, I think it's okay to accept that, like, oh, this friend is closer to this person.
Yeah, these two are closer,
and I'm close to this person, and that's how the friendships work, sort of thing. But if your friends have made out like, oh, we're a three, we all do things together as a three, and then you're being left out, yes, of course, that's difficult.
Yeah, she's definitely being like iced out, it feels like. Do you know what I mean? Which is obviously an awful feeling. But I think that I don't know whether it's worth addressing because it seems like she's cool with it.
It was summer. I don't even.
Yeah, exactly.
If it's the one that Consi went to, that was time ago.
Exactly.
That was June.
And also it's like, she has other friends, right? Because she's saying she's sort of reinvesting time in other people. So I just think that like the fact that they haven't reached out to even ask why you've withdrawn is an answer within itself.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So if you didn't have any other friends and these were your sole two friends and you felt really lost about this friendship and you didn't feel like you were thriving, because even in your email, it doesn't sound like you like them very much. It sounds like you're a strong-willed person. Like you don't fuck with them and the things that they're doing.
Even some things that are not a big deal, everything is did you notice how she...
Exactly.
Did you see
it
how
just
she
becomes
said that to me?
amplified. And so it seems to me like you've got a good, strong head on your shoulders. You've got your boyfriend, you've got other friends, you've redirected your energy into these other friendships. And I just think that if they cared, then they should be the ones to reach out to you. Like you had a long laundry list of things that they've done where they've tried to ice you out and stuff like that. I don't think it's even worthy of a conversation. I think you just need to just accept this friendship for what it is, keep living your best life and keep it moving. And if they feel a way, then they should be the ones to approach you and then address it. Do you know what I mean? Like, unless it's like burning. I didn't get the sense that it was burning on your chest. I feel like you're more or less like, well, these people were my friends, like what should I do about it? Because it feels open-ended. But sometimes things just are open-ended. Like not everything needs a closure conversation. Not everything needs to be addressed all the time. If you're happy and you're good, you're set, you've got your people, then just leave it. And when they come to you, because I'm sure eventually they will, then you can tell them everything and how you felt about it. Just be like, listen, I just removed myself because I just felt like you guys didn't really fuck with me. And
I don't think they'll come to her, I think some things are just a quiet...
Some things are just,
You just never talk about it again. Everyone just kind of goes apart. And I don't think there's ever an actual conversation to be like, oh, this happened because, oh, how comes? And also, the longer you leave that conversation to happen, the longer it won't happen. It's harder. You can't have it now. Now it's dumb to talk about what happened last year, June, at concert where someone was like, I didn't mean it in that way.
Yeah, because they're not going to remember.
I didn't mean it like that or whatever. But you know how you took it. I honestly believe that you can still be cool, but not cool.
Yeah, they're not besties
Does that make
anymore.
sense? Like, happy birthday, hope you have a nice day.
That's mental that they
Merry
went out on their
Christmas,
birthday.
Happy New Year.
On her birthday without her.
To be like, oh, let's meet up tomorrow, blah, 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 blah. No, I think you can still be civil. When you see each other, how are you? You good? Yeah, good to see you, blah, 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 blah. And it's not fake. I'm just loving you from afar.
Exactly.
Yeah, like it's not like, oh, I'm being fake towards these girls. It's just like, we're just not that close. It's going to bother you for a while though, because you're going to keep seeing them on socials together. You're like, oh, why didn't even call me? Because you're still seeing them as your friends. But maybe accept that. Yeah,
friendship is
this is where we're at, done. And this is what the friendship is now.
Yeah, I totally agree. Next dilemma?
Dear Tolly and Audrey,
hello.
I'm sure you've heard it many times, but I wanted to thank you both from the bottom of my heart for being my comfort listen and pocket companion on my daily commutes, when I'm cooking or just feeling lonely. Okay. I've been listening to the pod since 2020 and your voices have helped me through some serious periods of grief, including the time the man I loved for years got engaged to his ex without telling me. If I'd actually taken in the advice you guys gave, I'd have been able to escape the toxic situation a lot sooner. Anyways, I'm struggling to understand what to do. I have a really loving, caring partner. We're from the same religion, but different ethnic backgrounds. My family have said they'd agree to our marriage if his parents agree. The issue is his parents have said no for the last year. As we're Muslim, we don't want to engage with one another outside the fold of marriage. My partner has told my mum he'd go against his parents' wishes and marry me, but I'd have a really heavy heart allowing him to do this. In addition, it would cause a lot of drama from my extended family. I'm the first person in my entire bloodline to marry outside my culture. I'm really conflicted and not sure what the next step should be. We've been talking about getting married for 2 years and it's been a year of us trying. I genuinely want to be with him for life, but his parents stonewalling our marriage is really making me depressed and as if I'll never get the change for companionship. Help from a very sad and confused listener.
I think you can say chance.
Yeah.
Wait, so what's the issue?
basically she's got a boyfriend, they love each other, they're from different ethnic backgrounds, but they're both Muslim. His parents are against them getting married. Her parents are cool with it so long as his parents are okay with it, but they're kind of like, they've got a hard no. So she just doesn't really know. She doesn't really know what to do. She really wants to be with him. And he's also said that he's willing to sacrifice his family to be with her.
I don't know if I'll be
But she's not. Yeah, she's not cool with it. She's not cool with
with
him doing
someone
that.
saying that, because I think it'll come back up. I think any argument, I stopped talking to my family for you, and like rightly so, yeah, you did, and then I'd feel like I'd always have to be good and worth the choice that they made.
So you kind of like suppress your
yeah.
emotions.
So if
and
I'm
stuff,
feeling away, if I don't, if they, like I can't say anything, because I'm like, this person made such a big sacrifice for you, Talani. Like just eat it, because this person made so, and it puts them on a upper foot that I don't think works for a relationship. But also, if that person's like, no, I really don't care what my parents say, I'm going to do it. Or some people know their some people know their family enough to be like, we'll get married, I promise you, give it a couple of months. These people are going to come round.
Yeah, and it's tricky because they're both Muslim. Usually we get these dilemmas and it's like, I'm a Christian, I'm a Muslim, you know, it's like different religions or what have you, but they're both Muslim. So I'm guessing it's more of the ethnicity that is the issue in the situation. She didn't say where either of them are from. I agree. I feel like it is, I'm just the kind of person that when I think of like being with someone, I want the full package. Do you know what I mean? Like I want your family to be cool with us. I don't want to have a ceremony where your family aren't there, because I feel like that is going to hurt your heart, and I don't want to see the person I love in any kind of pain. But at the same time, you guys are not doing anything wrong. Like you've got the support from your family. So I feel like if you feel like that is enough, then go ahead and get married. I think it really depends on how much his family mean to him. I know he said he's willing to forego his relationship with his family for the sake of this marriage. But I think it really depends. Like Tolly said, if they're not really that close anyway, or it's something that he's like a bit blasé about, then cool. I think what I would probably do is hold off on the marriage for a little bit longer and see what can be done with the family situation.
I wonder if you've met them. Has she met them?
Yeah.
Has there been like, has he actively been like, I'm going to bring her to the house.
Let's put in more energy into like making it a thing. But yeah, I think I'd probably hold off on a little, because the marriage is a big commitment when everything's kind of up in the air. So I think I'd probably hold off and really try to get to the bottom of this dilemma. If it feels like there's no hope, then you have to live your life. Like at what point do you stop?
Yeah.
At what point do you stop waiting for people to accept you and you just do what you need to do at the end of the day? So I wonder if they'd be like this with any woman, or if it's like personal. I've got no idea. But I think I would keep trying, stick it on your man to just be like, listen, we really actually need to make this a thing. Let's really try and integrate them into this relationship and acceptance of our marriage. If it's a hard no, then go forth and prosper, because you can't come and die. That's what I would do.
That she should, if the family's like no, that she should still marry. They should still marry.
Yeah,
each
because
other.
she's got the support of her parents,
and he's still wants to do
yeah,
it.
exactly. And then you might just have to do a bit of extra, like there'll be an extra layer of cushioning for him, but you have that support from your family. So it would be nice to have it from both sides, but at least your family's supportive. So it's not like both sides are like, no, this is forbidden, blah blah blah. So you do still have that family element on your side, but you can't wait for people to accept you to live your life. You know, I
actually don't know what I'll do.
So yeah, because
I do think if he was like, oh, I'm willing, like I don't mind dropping my family, I think I'd have to do like, okay, cool, you say that, but I don't want to fucking hear anything about look what I've done for you.
Yeah, have that
like as in like we have to have that conversation of like, okay, I love you, I appreciate you, whatever, but like this can't be a burden that I now carry that I can never do anything wrong because you stop talking to your family for me. Because that's a big thing to ask for anyone to do for someone. So let's try our hardest to make them on board, because I'd never want to have to live through, but at the end of the day, I love my mum. I ain't told my mum for 2 years because of you. Because I was late.
Yeah.
So you want to go out with the girls? Yeah, but remember when I talked to my mum for you?
Yeah.
But please, like, I can't be on the lower hand because you did that for me.
Agreed.
So I do think those conversations need to be really like talked about.
Strong conversations, yeah.
So, right, next dilemma.
Next
Hey,
dilemma.
Tolly and Audrey. First of all, to give you your flowers, I've been a faithful listener for almost a decade. Listening to you every week has been such a comfort and joy. I've cried, laughed, and learned so much from you both. Thank you for being the big sisters that I never had. I wish you both the very best in life, onwards and upwards. Now, to get to my dilemma, I've met the almost perfect guy. He's tall, handsome, good job, homeowner, no kids, gorgeous caramel skin, so funny, a really kind heart soul, and he knows how to work magic with his tongue and his body. Ha ha ha. However,
oh no.
I'm scared.
However, he doesn't recycle.
Oh, girl, if you don't... Oh my God.
I know this may sound silly, but I'm a huge eco warrior.
Oh my God.
You are fucking me off. I went to his house one day and after a takeaway wanted to dispose of the rubbish. I asked him where his recycling bin was and he said, just put it all in the black bin. I don't bother with that. This shocks me to my core. Have you experienced life? Like, do you know what's going on? Like, this shocks you to your core. People are eating children and like, this can't be what shocks you to your core.
This could not be your hill, sis.
A few days later, I brought it up and he said he doesn't see recycling as a big deal. When I brought up about taking care of our planet for future generations, climate change, and global warming, he just shrugged it off. I even mentioned about how he can say he wants children but not care for the world he's bringing them into in the future. He looked at me dumbfounded. Now, I don't know what to do. On paper, the paper he's not recycling, he's great, and I thought I could see a future with him, but this whole not recycling and not caring about the environment is just a major turn-off. I really don't know what to do. Do I stay and try to educate him in the hopes that he will understand it? Or do I accept that me and this guy are just not on the same page and probably never will be? Help her go out.
No, she's actually, the option was actually leave.
How much I would love to have your problem with
Oh my God. No, the way I thought you were going to say something mad.
Buy him a recycling bin.
Honestly,
and
you take it up on yourself, sis.
Like, genuinely, buy him a recycling bin and just put it next to his bin. And he'll form habits. He'll just form, if the bin is
right
there,
there.
He will form a habit to do it.
Honestly. Exactly. I don't even have anything to add. Just buy him the bin.
Look, I too care about the environment. I too love the idea. Like, yes.
Yeah, to be fair, let's not minimize what she's saying.
Yes, you're right. We are the world, we are the children. Let's make a place for a better place for you and for me. Yes, you're right. But girl.
But it's not a hill.
Buy him a recycling bin.
Exactly. Otherwise, recycle him and put him back in the environment and let someone else enjoy him.
Thank
you. Do you know what I mean? Because what do you mean? What do you mean? He's got all of the... Nah, come on. Like, the thing is, I think, like, even in relationships in general, I feel like we have to accept that, like, no one is going to be perfect. Do you know what I mean? Like, everyone's going to have their little flaw. And if the good outweighs the bad, I feel like I'm happy to go in and do some heavy lifting where they might lack.
Exactly.
But this is not even heavy lifting. This is light, empty boxes. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is absolutely nothing for you to take on. Like, people are actually trying to change men that have been indoctrinated from all sorts of mad things, and they think they can change them. All you've got to do is change his bin.
Just literally buy a recycling bin, put it next to his, and just be like. In fact, once you start doing it, he'll probably follow through.
Exactly. I think he's the kind of I think he's conscious enough to like see it and be like, actually, I don't think he's not giving hard-headed to me.
Yeah.
So I feel like he's gonna see like, plastics, metals, food waste. Let me just do it because it's there. If you don't buy that bin, and oh my God, yeah, I have nothing else to add. Do not leave that man. I will say that. Oh no, we're just here gagged. Next dilemma. Tolly's still gagged. Okay, next dilemma.
Next dilemma, man.
Hi, ladies.
Hello.
Long-term listener here since 2017, and I've listened to every single episode. I'm certain you've never had a dilemma like this before, so I'm praying you can help me out. My husband is loving, generous, kind, and has been an amazing support throughout my pregnancy and birth. However, this is even worse than the last one. He poos in the downstairs toilet. My husband works from home, and I'm also now at home on maternity leave of our recent newborn baby boy, which is why I've noticed it. He's probably been doing this for much longer. Our house has 3 bathrooms. The downstairs, which is through the kitchen, upstairs, the main bathroom, and an ensuite in our bedroom. So there are plenty of places for him to go. The downstairs bathroom has no window, no extraction fan,
So even if he pooed at lunchtime, in the afternoon, the smell still lingers, as there's nowhere for it to escape to. He's really awkward about artificial smells, air sprays, candles, air fresheners, etc. So I won't allow any of these in the house. So I can't even leave sprays in the bathroom because he wouldn't use them and he would get annoyed at me for buying them in the first place.
Sorry, what do you mean you're annoyed about artificial smells? So it's poo smell that's not
Exactly.
annoying. I'm so confused.
Poopery. What do I do? I've had enough of putting down the baby to run for a quick wee, only to be greeted with his poo stench. I thought it was common courtesy not to poo in the downstairs toilet unless you're desperate with diarrhea. The kitchen is right there where we prepare food. Does he have no shame?
He has no shame.
We change all our baby's nappies upstairs. I know your poos don't smell as bad as other people's, but if my mum comes over to visit, which is often with a new baby, I'm so embarrassed and I'm worried she'll also smell his poo. Or worse, think it's me. And I'm too exhausted from mummy duties to go upstairs to do my business. But he's the problem. Please help a lady out.
To be fair to her, I do think you don't poo in a downstairs toilet. Like,
why would you do that?
I would just not poo in my downstairs toilet. I could be chilling downstairs watching the greatest thing ever in the world, having a great time, finding to poo, I'm going upstairs.
Yeah, you've got the luxury of 3 bathrooms.
Yeah. I am not pooing in my downstairs toilet. Like, genuinely, I don't think I've ever had a shit in my downstairs toilet because I do think that is gross.
It's just not really necessary,
It's just not where you go to go do a poo. Like, go get some privacy upstairs.
I mean, he does work from home. Maybe when he's on a Zoom, do you know what I mean? No, I'm trying to throw him a bone. I don't know. No.
But also, your mum coming and smelling poo. Okay, so
It's a
like, I
human-
only
yeah.
feel that kind of embarrassed when I've gone to a public, which is the worst. When I've gone to a public thingy and there's a smell,
Yeah,
and then someone
yeah.
comes to meet me in there, I want to be
I'm
like,
like,
I
it
swear
was
to
not.
you,
I
it's
always
not
say,
me.
I'm like, it was
Like, I
not
was
me.
like, I swear to you, because I will be damned if you think I have dropped that kind of monstrous bomb
Exactly.
in a public
Yeah,
toilet.
that's
Like,
mental.
that makes me feel sick.
Yeah, that is
so,
mental.
yeah, but if it's my mum, shit, my mum changed my nappies. I'm sure my mum will be okay. She's
Exactly,
not to be on my poo.
exactly,
Like, it's not the
exactly.
worst of the world. But again, be busy with your baby, babes. Like,
Yeah.
you can't let these kind of problems be taking your. Or just say to him.
Can't you just tell him?
Have you told him, babe, stop shitting downstairs, man?
Yeah. Maybe tell him. And because the exchange has to be, if you can't tell me I can't use air freshener,
Yeah.
and then also be doing your business downstairs and just like,
You can
the
get
whole
them
house
things
stinks.
as well, like a pre-poo thing where you can spray into the things. So your poo
Yeah,
don't
there's
smell.
options.
There's
There's-
that
yeah,
option.
there's more
But I think I
environmentally
would
friendly
just tell him. You
options.
lot are not dramatic enough for me, for my liking. If I'm going and I'm going to go pee and I get and I smell, oh my God!
what the fuck was that?
And the thing is, it'll just be me here with the baby in the house.
Yeah.
Knowing full well it was this man that shut down sex.
Exactly.
It wasn't the baby.
Straight
It
up.
was fucking one of yours.
Straight up and down.
Like, who left the shit in
Yeah.
the toilet? It was one of yours. Like,
What? Yeah.
because what the fuck?
Exactly.
That's
that.
all they have to do. Like, babe,
Just
please.
start shouting.
And then once I shout and I come out, I was like, babe, please, I beg you, stop shitting in the
Yeah.
toilet. Like, just go shit
Beg
upstairs.
and plead, and exactly. I mean, I'm sure you've got a lovely home, but I don't think it was going to take him that long to go to the upstairs toilet. So you just have to tell him.
Because there is nothing worse getting the residue of someone's poo smell in the
Yeah.
toilet. And that's only an unfortunate thing if you only have one toilet. Then you have to deal with that, right? The worst is though when you need to shower after someone's had a poo.
Oh my God. That is
Because
hell
the
on
steam
earth.
of the shower,
steam is just circular.
everything is just very gross.
No, he's got some audacity. I'm not gonna lie.
You can't
If
poo
you tell him and he
downstairs.
doesn't go upstairs, I'm getting air freshener. I'm sorry. Like, what are you gonna do
What do
about
you
it?
mean you don't like artificial? I've
you
never heard of
can't.
such dumb things in my
Exactly.
life.
You cannot be like this conscious, but also lack consciousness in the sense that you're gonna shit downstairs. Like, no.
Get a plug-in, babe.
The other lady
And
would
also,
be happy with
men
the
say
air
things that they
freshener.
don't like, but they don't even know. Like my sister's husband swears up and why did you act like I said it was a secret?
What?
What is my husband? You went like I said to say.
You told the people.
What you wait to tell people? My sister's husband swears up and down he doesn't eat onions. He eats onion in every
Every
meal.
day. yeah.
Like, my sister
It's true.
will,
Men just be
he
saying
eats onions
things.
in every single meal. It's just the way you do it, like how it's with kids.
Exactly.
Oh, you don't like artificial smells? Okay, cool. Don't worry. I'll
This
put a
one's
plug
organic.
in.
Yeah, this
There's
one's
drops
organic.
you can drop in the
Yeah.
toilet thing. Like you just don't need to know what I'm doing, or I'm going to shout that you stop shitting in the downstairs toilet.
Exactly. Your options are endless, hon.
Yeah,
because if
it'll
it
be
were
fine.
me, I would just start spraying. I don't care. You're gonna have to get over it.
Do you know that them passive aggressive sprays?
Exactly, like proper hard. Yeah, exactly, hard.
I sprayed it everywhere we get sprayed because what do you mean you don't like?
He doesn't even like a good
get
candle.
a diffuser.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. The options are endless.
Or every time he shits in the toilet, scream.
Yeah, exactly. You've just got to be loud.
Just have to be loud and screaming.
loud,
Like,
yeah.
stop like passively taking shit that you don't want to take. Okay. Okay, next and last, I think this is some advice for us.
Okay.
So, advice about intrusive and negative thoughts.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Hi, lovely ladies. I'm a massive fan of the show and I'm so happy to see you have grown over the past 18 months with your own studio and everything. You've given me endless laughs over the years, especially in times when my OCD was at its worst, which is why I hope I can help with some facts, advice for Audrey and anyone struggling with intrusive thoughts. First of all, as I'm sure you've seen in the comments, you are not alone. OCD/intrusive thoughts attack the things we care most about, which is what makes it so debilitating and makes the thoughts so hard to ignore. It's also why so many new parents suddenly start experiencing symptoms or heightened symptoms. Most people care about their children more than anything in this world. Again, also why the follow-up thoughts might be, what if this is God speaking? Religion is a common central pillar in our lives. In terms of managing intrusive thoughts, a clinically advised method is to avoid distracting from them and sit with the anxiety. I know this sounds anti-ethical, and trust me, it's a lot easier said than done. The reason this works is because every time we respond to these thoughts, whether we respond in our heads saying, no, that won't happen, or pray for them to stop, we assign them importance and teach our brain that they are something worth listening to and responding to, which they are not. I want to reiterate that I'm not saying that these thoughts aren't scary or harrowing. I started crying in boots when Audrey was crying because the fear in her voice was so familiar. Just that the more importance we assign to them, the more our brain will bring them up. In terms of letting these thoughts pass through, meditation and mindfulness really, really helped me. Anything that gets you out of your head and into your body and sit with the anxiety is great, as it helps you recognize thoughts and feelings that are there, fleeting, for what they are, fleeting. On a more hardcore note, when you get more comfortable ignoring them, you can try leaning into the fear, saying, yeah, maybe that will happen. It helps normalize and reduce the importance of the thoughts. The idea is not to distract from them, as this teaches your brain that there is something worth distracting from. Which, again, not to sound like a broken record, but this is so key, they are not. I had recurring visions of myself, let me just say dying, and my mum finding me, and all sorts. A couple of years ago, I wouldn't even be able to write these without having an anxiety attack and question if it was some evil or twisted person. Also, this is to say that I can really empathise with you and what many others are experiencing. I hope that this was some help. I can also really recommend treatmyocd.com for advice and support. Also, this is not to diagnose you or anyone else with OCD. It may just be intrusive thoughts or form of anxiety. My last thing, sorry about the length, is that I'm not saying we shouldn't pray about cultivating a positive outlook on life, but when you pray about thoughts, stopping your creating or compulsive or distraction that signifies to your brain, again, sorry that these thoughts are significant enough to pray about and distract from. I love you both so much, and I'm praying that we can all have emotional respite from the things that trouble us. Thank you.
Thank you. That was so
That
helpful.
was really, really informative.
That was really informative and super helpful. So
it's interesting, the idea to sit with it, just rather than trying to be like, whatever, and just be like, okay, cool, I feel this thing, here's what I feel, and carry on with my day.
yeah, exactly. I'm gonna try that. It's gonna be hard because my immediate thing is to be like, no, get out of my head. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but
Like you literally physically be like, no.
Just be like, release. But I'll try. But yeah, thank you. That was
Thank
very
you so
helpful.
much. I was
That
really,
very
and your
helpful.
English was great.
I know, boy. People really know words, man. That's lit.
Every time I read some things, it makes me realise that sometimes when I read books, right, and I can't say where I go through the...
Yeah.
Because I understand the idea around it. Like, I'll be like, and then Peter...
Yeah.
and then just carry me the rest, because I'm like, I know what you mean. I just don't know what the fuck that word is.
I can't say it, but yeah.
But like Heist and that, maybe we should start looking up the words in the dictionary as we are.
I know. Break the dictionary great again, man. Even though we have it on our phones and stuff.
I actually have a physical dictionary.
Yeah, so... actually, I don't know.
What
don't
was
know
the last book? You're not a big reader. You're not
I
really
haven't
into
read in
reading.
ages. It's so
Yeah.
bad. It's so bad.
It's fun.
Yeah. I always want to, but then I just never do.
I have a really bad habit of reading books as I watch television, so I will read multiple books at the same time. So right now I'm reading The Wedding People and another book, and I don't know why I do it, because I might just finish a book and then start another one, but I read it as if I'm watching telly.
Oh, so you go between the two books?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm like currently reading, I'm reading Everybody Hates You, No One Believes You, and Wedding People. Wedding People was actually a really good book.
Sort of fiction.
Yes.
Fiction is the fake one, isn't it?
Yes. I will stand till this day. It should be the other way around.
100%.
I don't
Non-fiction
care
is made up.
what
Fiction is fact.
Yeah, I don't care
Who the
what
hell?
the
What
English
in the
dictionary says. Fiction
what
should
demon
be
of confusion
facts, and
came up with
non-fiction,
that?
Yeah, like come on.
That always spins me so much. I'm just like, what do you mean fiction is not real?
Yeah. it feels like that should mean facts, and that's what it means.
100%.
Yeah, but no,
100%.
alas,
Oh,
it doesn't mean that.
God, that's too much for my brain. to
Yes.
comprehend on.
But that's all for me.
That's all,
and my
thanks.
brain this episode.
Same.
I've been your girl Tolly T.
And just call me Audrey.
Goodbye for now.
Bye.
Mwah.